What's up, my frag heads? It's your boy J Rock. Today I'm gonna be hitting you with another fragrance review. Today we're gonna be reviewing something from the House of Guess. This is Guess Indigo, 1981. I believe that's it. There's the, you guys could read it there. It's a nice blue texture to it. This was released back in 2018, so barely last year. So I'm gonna be hitting you with the three P's: presentation, performance, and price. Then last but not least, we'll get into the scent, and then we'll go to the final verdict at the end. So yeah, this is the bottle. It's round, it's kind of simplistic. You got your batch number down here with all the info you're gonna be needing. It's a little sticker here telling you what fragrance it is you have, because there's other bottles from this brand that have similar shape and so forth. So you separate one from another. Also, I think they all have different color of liquids, so you could tell that way. There's the atomizer. The atomizer is cool, gets the job done. The top, it's like a square, almost like a hybrid of a square and like a octagon. It's a sturdy plastic. So yeah, that's the presentation. I would hit it with about a 7 out of 10. It's cool. If you like what you see so far, go ahead and hit that like button. You know, help support the channel, helps look out for your boy. All right, now we're also gonna check out the performance. Let's talk about that a little. I get about 5 hours with this. Uh, I'll round it out to 5 hours, which is pretty good for what it is. It's a guest fragrance. At 5 hours, if you get 5 hours from a guest fragrance, I think you did pretty well. And projection is good on this one. It's you'll be noticed. People will notice you're wearing something, and people will ask. For performance, I'll give it about a 7.5. It's pretty good. Best as you could hope for something at this price range. The price goes for 100 ml, being the regular size bottle or the big bottle, as some like to call it. Goes for about $25, give or take a few bucks, but you find it around that price range. For the projection, performance, and depending on what scent is subjective. If you like it or not. But if you like this scent, for the amount you get and how it performs, $25 is not bad. I would give that a 8.5 out of 10 for price. Forgot to ask you guys, are you subscribed already? If you ain't subscribed yet, waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, or else you're gonna miss my next video. And if you really want to get hardcore with it, go ahead and hit that bell. That way it lets you know on your notifications by your messages every time a new video's been uploaded. That way you never miss a beat. Alright, now that we got that important stuff out the way, let's get to the scent, which is just as important. Check out the atomizer. Pretty good sprayer, I'm digging it. Now when you first spray this, it has a very strong alright, now this is weird, because the last two times I wore this, upon initial spray, I immediately got like a nuclear blast of coconut, which I wasn't feeling. I was like, whoa, like it was super strong, super sweet. But right now, this time when I sprayed it, immediately on the opening, it smells kind of different. I get the fig first, which you still, during the course of the fragrance, I still got it before, but I didn't get it immediately on the opening. And today, for some reason right now, is the first thing I noticed when I sprayed it is the fig. I wonder if it's because I wore this earlier today. I've been having it on about 3 or 4 hours, and I just reapplied that spray. So maybe I still had the scent of the Drydown, and then I reapplied. So I'm getting like some of the Drydown with the opening. I don't know. I'm guessing that's what it could be. Totally screwed up my review, son. Damn. Oh well, I'm gonna let you know. I'm digging the way it's smelling right now. I'm feeling this, but this is not how I normally feel about this fragrance, to be honest. All right. So usually when I apply this, I get, like I said, a strong coconut scent. It's overly sweet. Like it's too much for me, honestly. But once you get like 30 minutes into I think it said it had lime or something in here. I really don't get much of that, but I do get like something else, not just coconut, but the coconut and the opening just overpowers anything else. Once you wait about 30 minutes is usually when the fig starts coming in. So I also get a strong fig that's it's very sweet as well. So I get that fig and then the coconut, it's not the main flavor, it's the fig once it's like 30 minutes in, but the coconut's still very much there. So you get that coconut and you get that fig and they're both real sweet. And I just didn't like the way it smelled. I tried it, like I used it like the last 2 days and I was like, no, I don't think this is for me. I'm not digging it. It's not my jam. And once we're like about maybe 3 hours in, it starts smelling different. The fig and the coconut have died down a little. They're not as pungent, if you will. And then I get like another scent. I don't know what it is. Maybe like some lavender or rosemary. I get something else in there that adds a little bit of a twist. So it kind of it stops it from being so overly sweet. So once that dry down for like that final hour of the wear, for me that's where it's at. Like that last hour, hour and a half, I'm like, you know what? I go, this smells good. I could get with this if it smelled this way the whole time. But I gotta suffer through like 3 hours of garbage I don't like. So for that reason, I was just put off by this fragrance. It kind of reminded me of like some type of shampoo I've smelled before. And like on myself, I know I wore this before because at home I lived with a lot of women and stuff growing up, and I know I have smelled this type of scent before, and I know it's from the shampoos. I just can't remember what specific shampoo. On me, I couldn't smell it as much. Obviously, I don't have a lot of hair, but like when women wear it, they have a lot of hair, long hair. When they come out the shower, you could smell it, and it didn't smell terrible, but it's not something I want to smell like. But this reminded me a lot of that. I think it's both the fig and the coconut. So yeah, just the dry down for me is like it's pretty good, but the opening and the middle were very they were just not for me. They were too sweet and too it's too bad too because the projection was pretty good. I like to be able to smell what I'm wearing, but when I'm smelling something that I like smelling, and this I could smell it when I'm wearing it when I was out and about, but it was just a scent I wasn't digging. I remember back in the late 90s, Guess and Calvin Klein and I believe Kenneth Cole. They were like kind of the more popular fragrances, at least amongst people in my age. People starting high school or finishing high school. 15 to like 19 or whatever. And I never owned any other bottles of Guess before. This is my first bottle I personally bought. But I remember those brands kind of being the brands that were out there a lot. So I do want to give these a fair shake, and I will check out a few more from this house. See if maybe I change my mind about my opinion on the way I feel about this brand itself. I give this scent about a 6 out of 10, and an overall rating, I'm gonna boost it up in the overall department. I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10 overall because if you do like this scent, you're gonna get a great price and you're gonna get good performance. So this could be a hit for you if you like these particular notes. I also think this is very. It says it's marketed towards men, but this is very unisex to me. I think that's all I got to say about that. So yeah, boys and girls, I guess that concludes the session for today. Um, you wanna check me out on my social media? All my links are in the description down below, and I'll just check you guys out next time.